Hello, I'm Chris Swaffer, Product Manager for Notion. In this quick start video for Notion Mobile, we're going to look at writing for guitar and other fretted instruments, including instrument setup, the on-screen fretboard, sounds and effects, tablature, the chord library, and even setting up and using a MIDI guitar controller for note entry. Notion is well known for its great sounds out of the box. The orchestral sounds by the London Symphony Orchestra and the piano as Steinway at Abbey Road, for example. All the sounds were created specifically for Notion by Notion. The same care and attention was given to our fretted instrument sounds too, with guitars sampled by top artists around the world, including Neil Zaza, classical guitar by Benjamin Verdery, and bass guitar by Victor Wooten. The guitars were sampled at all positions, so the tone quality changes depending on where the note is played. Effects are easy to add, edit, combine, and they play back. And instrument-specific techniques are also included. And on the mixer for electric guitar, you can add the amount of distortion. Included instrument sounds within Notion Mobile are electric guitar, acoustic guitar, bass guitar, with further add-on sounds available for classical guitar, fingerstyle guitar, ukulele, banjo and mandolin. These are available to purchase as part of the feature bundle, but if you have a Sphere membership, then all these instruments will be available for you. Let's look at how we set up the score and enter notes for fretted instruments. We'll add a guitar to our score in Score Setup. You can see the single instrument has been set up automatically with both a standard 5-line staff and a 6-line guitar tab staff. The great thing in Notion Mobile is that these two staves are linked. If I enter a note on the standard staff, it immediately shows on the tab. Or tap a note onto tab and enter the fret number and it'll show on the standard staff. If you want to move when Notion has added the fret number, you can drag it around. Or double tap to edit. Now, what if you wanted to see only the tablature, for example, or wanted a different tuning for your instrument? You'll need to open the instrument settings in Score Setup. Here, we can change the tunings and number of the strings, whether you want to see circles around whole and half notes in the tab, whether you want stems showing in tab or not. And here is also where you select to see standard notation, tablature, or both. Here in this bass part, you can see a drop D bass with 4 strings. In this 5-string banjo, you can see the fret numbers correctly start on the 5th string at the 5th fret. So far we've just tapped notes directly onto the page, but we can use an on-screen instrument too. piano, drum pad, or of course, the fretboard. Enter step time, select your duration, and then just tap away. To make a chord, enter the chord mode, build the chord you want, and then the right arrow or tap enter, or hit enter. To repeat the chord, tap the chord repeat button, changing duration if needed. If you want to change the chord positions, you can double tap the fret number to edit, or drag the numbers to different strings. And if you've gone too far, then make a selection and let Notion reset the tab numbers for you. It will generally adjust positions to around the 5th fret. Notion Mobile also has 2 automatic modes of note entry: real-time MIDI record and handwriting recognition. Handwriting recognition is not available directly on tab, but will work on the synced 5-line standard stuff. Write in your notes, and after a period of inactivity, the notes will digitize. For real-time MIDI record, connect your instrument and hit record. If you have a MIDI guitar or MIDI guitar interface, you'll want to adjust these settings in Application Menu, Record Setup. This adjusts how tight or loose multiple notes combine into a single chord, what the shortest velocity and duration should be for a note, or you can select one of the presets. Once your notes are in, you can polish and edit them as you like. Register your copy of Notion Mobile for free to get the welcome pack, which contains, among other things, the multi-voice feature. With this, you can enter up to 4 voices, especially useful for classical guitar music. Add fingering marks, add a capo, which is reflected on the fretboard and in the music. You can change the note head to signify muted notes or harmonics. Add gross notes, and enter, combine and edit slides and bends, all of which play back. So let's talk about chord symbols and diagrams. Tap on this icon here in the Tools grid. Then, where you want the first chord, this will open Notion's chord tool. Then simply tap to build your chord. If you change your mind, you can unselect elements as you go. You can select either the chord symbol or both symbol and diagram. Diagram alternatives appear on the right and are available for both guitar and ukulele. And you can elect to use symbols or small capitals in your chords. To enter a chord on the next note, just tap the right arrow, select your chord, and tap Insert. You can either directly attach it to a note or rest, or above an empty measure. You can also print a summary of all chords used in a song on the first page. I've made a bit of a mess here, so I can select the staff, tap, and then align chord symbols. A slight tangent for a second, you'll see I've got a trumpet here, which is a transposing instrument in B flat. If I copy and paste these chords into the trumpet part, then they transpose automatically, saving a lot of time and tears if you're in a rush. Now, for slash notation, Notion will automatically play back any chords entered over slashes, complete with rhythm, articulation, and dynamics. Enter a note first, then convert it to a rhythm slash. Notion will allow you to add articulation to it and ties, providing both original notes were of the same pitch. And they play back if there is a chord above them. To stop slashes playing back, select a passage or the whole staff, then go to Notes, Set as Tacit. These will still print out black. When you have your tab and chords entered, then you'll want to make some final adjustments and share and use it. For layout, you can make all kinds of adjustments in Notion, but to save some time you can make a start by using the lead sheet template as a quick start, with Notion's handwritten jazz font. This is also the template you used if you then send your song from Studio One as a lead sheet complete with its chord track. You can get Notion to spit out all the parts in one tap, either as a PDF or to a printer. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.